Welcome, and thank you for joining us for today's deep dive. We've got a really fascinating one lined up for you.
Yeah, we are diving into a highly detailed product specification page today from HDTV Supply.
Right, and if you aren't familiar, they are a global vendor that has been an absolute staple in the AV industry for 25 years. I mean, they boast over 10,000 positive reviews.
They definitely know their stuff. And our mission today is deciphering the specs of let me make sure I get this right, the Just Add Power MC-TXWP1-BL MaxColor 2 Gang HDMI Wall Plate Transmitter.
Right, to understand exactly why it's such a massive deal for custom video setups. Okay, let's unpack this. Because beneath that incredibly long product name is a device whose actual real-world function completely changes the economics and scalability of high-end video installation.
It really is quite a mouthful. But when you strip away the jargon, you are looking at a piece of hardware that simplifies incredibly complex AV routing for anyone building out a professional space.
It's a fundamental shift, right? Away from those massive, expensive hardware matrix routers of the past.
Exactly. Shifting over to software-defined IP networking.
And the core feature here, the thing that really makes you stop and take notice, is how it handles the video signal. This little wall plate takes a native 4K 60 frames per second video input and distributes it across a standard 1 gigabit managed network.
And it does this using the everyday Cat5e or Cat6 Ethernet cables you probably already have running through your building's walls.
Right. And it claims to do all of this with absolutely zero downscaling or subsampling. But wait, I have to ask, doesn't pushing that much uncompressed, pristine data over a standard Ethernet line cause massive bottlenecks or lag?
That is usually the exact fear, right?
Yeah.
But what's fascinating here is how it utilizes that 1 gigabit managed network to prevent exactly that. It's essentially managing traffic perfectly so you get the full, uncompressed visual experience without the stutter.
Which is wild when you think about it.
Totally. Think about the nightmare of running thick, heavy, and flexible HDMI cables through drywall in a massive sports bar or a corporate conference room. It's expensive and limiting. With this, you completely transform the user experience.
Specifically for BOAD, right?
Yeah.
Bring your own device integration.
Yes, you simply walk into the room, plug your laptop or tablet directly into this sleek wall plate, and it handles the rest. It provides instant, seamless switching right on the spot.
Because usually, you'd need a dedicated closet full of routing hardware just to get a laptop to show up on the big screen without a million adapters.
Precisely. Now, you no longer need that rack of gear at the point of use.
Here's where it gets really interesting. I am looking at the visual and audio specs they packed into this thing, and they threw every major format into this tiny box. It supports full 36-bit deep color, all the lossless audio formats, and even audio return channel, or ARC.
They really didn't hold back on the specs.
No, they didn't. For the visual purist out there, it also manages heavy-hitting formats. HDR10, HDR10 plus, HLG, and Dolby Vision. But does a simple wall plate really need all that heavy-hitting processing power built in?
Absolutely. Because in a high-end installation, the client expects absolute perfection on the screen. You aren't sacrificing an ounce of quality to get that network convenience.
That makes sense.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the hidden genius here actually lies in the benefits for the system's integrators themselves, starting with the power draw. It runs entirely on power over Ethernet, drawing just 15.4 watts.
So, in plain English, that means no more hunting for a nearby wall outlet or trying to hide bulky power bricks behind the drywall.
Exactly. Just one single Ethernet cable is delivering the 4K video, the audio, the internet connection, and the power to run the device. It is incredibly clean.
That saves so much time on an install.
It does. Plus, because commercial installations are often dealing with high-end, highly protected content like live sports or premium movies, it features AES 256 hardware-based encryption alongside HDCP 2.2 compliance.
HDCP 2.2, that's basically the digital handshake required to prevent high-end 4K movies or broadcasts from being pirated, right?
Spot on. It keeps the studios and broadcasters happy, ensuring that everything remains completely secure from the source all the way to the screen.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, this tiny piece of hardware measuring just 4.3 by 3.7 inches and backed by a 3-year Just Add power warranty completely streamlines professional AV distribution.
It takes what used to be a massive headache of cables, matrices, and power supplies and turns it into a simple, elegant network solution.
A perfect example of technology getting out of the installer's way so the end user's content can shine without friction.
Couldn't said it better.
And it leaves you with a pretty wild thought to consider. Since we can now distribute pristine, lossless 4K 60 video, high-end audio, and power simultaneously over a standard Cat6 network cable, how much longer will traditional HDMI cables even be necessary in our wall?